everybody, welcome back to the show. You know I love my footwear. Well, today our next guest, she happens to be wearing, I have a foot twin.
You have a footwear twin today. Look at these two. It's absolutely amazing. Karolina Turek is joining us. I keep worrying about blowing your name. Carolina. Carolina is joining us. Photographer, former model as well, and foot twin for Fiona Ford. You guys,
Wonder Twins unite.
Did you buy these together, or
No.
did you just both like?
It's a happy accident of good taste.
Wow.
Some would call it questionable taste. Call it what you like.
I'm not calling this questionable. Look at all the fun things on these. There's like, what are these tassels?
Tassels.
What? Tassels.
Woo. Carolina took my photograph for the cover of a magazine, but first we have to talk about how you got into photography, because it's an interesting story. You started doing a little bit of very sexy modeling. Is that how it happened?
Well, what happened was this bar I worked at asked me to represent them in this contest for Canada's Hottest Bartender. And so I had a good friend of mine, Franco Valerio, photograph me for those, and the photos turned out great. And
you won.
And I ended up winning.
Had you ever done anything like that before?
No, modeling wasn't something that I didn't even know how to get into it, even if that thought came across.
So
yeah.
How did the results compare to what you thought beforehand? I mean, before you're getting the photo taken, and then after when you see the results, what was it?
Oh wow, well, I didn't know what to expect. I think for my first photo shoot, though, I only liked one photo, because for the rest of them, I thought I was being sexy, but I looked like I wanted to kill someone.
I always look dorky when I try and be sexy.
I was like, oh, this is sexy. Oh, no, that is not sexy.
I want to look sexy.
But I have to say, Carolina, you managed to do the sexy. But when you get a photograph like this back, it's very empowering too. It must have been a great experience for you to get this and then get such great pictures.
Exactly, and that is the reason why I started photography. It's when I got those photos back, I felt so empowered and confident, and I really felt that more women need to be feeling this way, because it was just absolutely amazing.
Can we look at the next one? Because not many women might feel how Carolina feels, but not many of us look like you do.
Well, I mean, Photoshop comes into play, and I know people say this, but it's true. You know, like, that booty's got some help there.
Where exactly does it come into play on this photo?
Probably around here and the legs, and that's it. Nowhere else.
So how does this lead to, I mean, you're in front of the camera.
Yeah.
How does this lead to you being behind the camera? Was it just that sense of wanting to share that sensation of really feeling like it turned out well?
That, and I think I drove my photographer crazy, because as he was shooting me, I'd be asking technical questions about photography. So I thought, you know, this is something I'm totally interested in. I should really take up. So then I rented photo gear one day, like studio lighting, and just kind of figured it out on my own.
Now, there's a lot of people out there that probably want to kill you, but it just goes to show when you have a natural talent for something, you have that natural inquisitiveness that you showed with your photographer, that you can learn something so quickly. And then you ended up doing a lot. This has all been in the past year, by the way.
It has.
Now, tell us, Serinda, you've taken a ton of her pictures. She's one of the best models in Vancouver, but she must be such a great.
Well, she's done guests. She's done guests. She's done a lot of work, and I mean, you couldn't ask for a better model.
Yeah.
But yeah, I approached her about it because she became a really good girlfriend of mine, and she was like, sure. So it's funny because I'll think of a concept, and so will she, and we'll be like, yeah, let's go shoot this. And
like, hey, do you want to go take topless pictures in a meadow?
Yeah, exactly. So it's funny because now.
Can you look me in the eyes and ask me that question just for myself?
True story, Michael.
But so now it's funny because any concept I come up with, I'm like, let's go shoot this. And people are like, well, don't you think you need a little more in your portfolio than Serinda Swan? I'm like,
but she's such a fantastic model.
Yeah.
Okay, let's look at one of the other magazine covers here. Tell us about your concept for this one. Great picture. Yeah, it's
Tara Wilkinson, amazing model. It was so funny. I just wanted to bring back the 80s in this shot. I'm thinking like.
For sure. Yeah, but in a good, you brought back the good part of the 80s.
Yeah, the good part, definitely.
How did you feel? Lighting is always one of the most difficult things for people to figure out.
I think it's trial and error. You just play around and you just need to know like what doesn't work, and then And then that's what you get.
Well, and watching other photographers and sort of, I mean, obviously talking a lot to the photographer when you're having your own photos done, and just watching how they work, how they set things up, how they play around.
Well, Eric Sadie, an amazing photographer and a close friend of mine, he's been really nice to me, and he's brought me on to photo shoots in Mexico for the BC Felines cheerleaders. And
I've seen that.
Yeah. And recently,
Nickelback
brought me back. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and he's just amazing. You know, I'll call him for, you know, technical support, and he'll be right there. You know, he's just a great help.
Just watching someone who's so good working, you just pick up so much.
Yeah. And you've been doing headshots, and I think the trick to headshots is getting somebody's natural look and their personality, but you seem to have a talent for that too. How do you actually do that with people?
I get really excited about headshots. It's just bringing out that little extra sparkle in that person, you know? It's
gorgeous.
Yeah, I absolutely love headshots.
And when you're working with a model who is not professional like myself, from the experience I had with you, you do make somebody feel very, very comfortable. Because I warned you beforehand when you said you were going to take my picture that I am an absolute dork. And
you're not. Look at these photos. Like, you're not a dork. Your dork face isn't a dork face.
I know she's totally beautiful, but that is a gorgeous photo.
Well, that's just that little, bringing out that little extra in someone. I love shooting women. It's amazing.
Me too, but I keep getting in trouble for it, but I love doing it. We have to go through some of these photos because these are absolutely gorgeous.
Now, we shot that at Chintz & Co., which was a great place to do it because it has so many different looks. What was your concept for this one here? Because I look a little naughty.
Well, I think that was the stylist. Remember? She was all like, take that, yeah.
This is such a beautiful, this one that we're looking at now. This is so beautiful. You know, it's funny, I've seen a lot of people take photos of Fiona, and I haven't seen like who I know to be Fiona in a lot of them, and you nailed it on
Thank
a lot
you so much.
things.
She was actually sitting on a $8,000 chair in this one.
That's why I look so comfortable.
I know, no wonder you look so comfortable.
It was, yeah, she owned it.
And what's next for you?
You know, I'm just kind of taking it. Everything's happened so quickly for me, and I think a lot of it has to do with Facebook, and I've just had such amazing feedback that I don't know, I'm just taking it day by day, and hopefully, you know, I'll be traveling for photography, shooting amazingly hot women for Sports Illustrated, and
nice.
Mike would like it if you did that too.
If you ever have one of those moments with your friends of let's go into a field and shoot topless photos, and you need someone there to help.
For the bounce, I will call you for sure.
For the bounce,
the reflector.
Baby, I could give you the bounce.
If you want to get your photos done, I would highly recommend Karolina. You can check out her website to get her information on how to contact her. And a big shout out to your mom. Is she watching?
Oh, she's watching, yeah. Can I say hi, Mom?
Hi, Mom.
Yes.
Hi, Mom. Love you.
You're looking at her on camera, though. Check it.
Carolina.
I'm so green when it comes to this.
So funny.
Thank you. Aw. I don't know what she said, but it sounded cute. Thank you.
Thank you very much for having me.
We're going to take a break and come back with Heidi Roots after this naturopathic physician. We're talking about cold and flu season and how you can avoid it this year so you don't get sick.